Made in WA for WA. We're continuing our chat with young hopefuls, West Australian hopefuls, draft hopefuls. It's a month away now. Breakfast powered by Kubota. Take on any job with Kubota's mowers, tractors and land pride attachments. Of course, we had the big fella, Rocky Gerain's boy, last week.
Yeah, he was ignorant to the history of the game, to be perfectly honest with you. But
Hamish Davis.
Who
Who
very
pitched
good as
hard for Collingwood.
Yes.
Guess who was on the phone not long after that.
Yeah, Derek Hine was straight on the blower.
Collingwood.
Hey, how would you like to come and have a little run around the black and white?
Our next guest is Luke Urquhart. East Fremantle midfielder, was in the state 18s. He captained Aquinas in probably what was a really difficult year for the group, of course, with some tragedy striking that core group. But best time about all of that is they picked themselves up and won the Elco Cup, and he was the skipper. Luke Urquhart's in the studio. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, boys.
It's, school's over. We were just chatting. We said, do you have to set yourself for exams? And you're going, no way. I've graduated and I am done.
Done and dusted.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, pretty much living the dream. So graduated last Friday.
You don't get the smile off your face either, mate. How happy are you?
I'm stoked it's done.
Did you enjoy school though?
Yep, I loved it. Yeah, just going to school every day, mucking around with your mates. Doing the general classes as well. You don't have to do too much. So
How long before you realised that was the easiest time of your life? And now it's real.
Yeah, now pretty much like.
We have these conversations with our kids, don't we? Say, when they I don't want to go to school. It is the best time of your life because when you go into work, you're going to go into a footy career, but for the best part and that's not a real job, for the best part of people, best part who go into the working, they go, oh, gee, I'd love to go back to school with hindsight. But you talk about going to school with your mates, putting on a tie, putting on your jacket, following the disciplines of the school, playing footy with your mates, playing all the sports. It's not too tough.
Yeah, no, it's pretty special, and especially the setup we have at Aquinas as well with the PSA system. Just every day you look forward to going and mucking around with your mates.
Can you shed some light? It was a great year to win the Elco Cup under Shane Woden and Will Schofield, just hanging on for the ride. Tell us a bit about the emotion of the year, because one of your best mates tragically lost his life in an accident, Nick Campbell, of course. So just tell us a bit about life for you and the boys at Aquinas to win that and how special it was.
Yeah, so I think it was 14th of July or something like that, a couple of days after his birthday. Nick got into a pretty tragic car accident, so passed away from, obviously the accident. And then, we were looking to win the Elco that year, the Elco Cup, and then, obviously that happened. Nick was probably the best player at the time in the team as well, I reckon. I guess all the emotions were so different with how close people were with him and then the boys that were more distant with him, but it was something really special that we wanted to win because there was no bloke in that team that wanted to win it more than Nick. So, and he let you know about it as well. We just wanted to make sure we won it. But we knew that if we wanted to win it for Nick, we had to play with pride and play for ourselves as well.
So it can inspire. Sorry, guys, it can inspire you, but it's also put life into perspective a little bit as well.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it inspired all of us to win it more and want it more. But it puts it just a life perspective of not everything's just about footy and stuff, like how precious life is and how special it is as well.
You win the flag, and last one on this, and Luke Urquhart from Aquinas and East Fremantle is with us, draft hopeful. So you win the flag. What is the emotion? Is it tears of emotion thinking, or is it just complete jubilation, or was it a mixed?
Yeah, well, I think his funeral was on the Friday, and then that was just the day before our second last game, which was against Scotch, and I think they've won it four years in a row now. So after that game, it was pretty emotional because obviously, the funeral was the day before, and then the week after we pumped Wesley to actually win the cup. So I guess that first game against Wesley, after Scotch when we beat them, it was a bit emotional about it all, and then the next week was just joy and stuff. So knew we actually got to bring the cup home to him.
I just saw your wrist. What are you wearing there?
Yeah, so it's the campaign his dad started, Call Out for Nick. So it's just about road safety rules and stuff, and trying to. I think they actually might have changed it something to maybe a red P player can only have one passenger. So that's all come through now. So
how important is that on that messaging for you? Has that changed your perspective on all of these things now? Do you feel like you can champion this cause because you were one of Nick's best mates? And I hate to say it, or happy to say it, you could have been in that car. Yeah,
no, definitely. Because I was there that night. I jumped in the other car, I didn't jump into that car. So definitely to be able to help the family out and then also spread the word out so everyone else around WA and Australia's driving safe is pretty special to me. And I hold it close because it could have at the end of that it could have been me.
And you guys are the key to that. And look, the WA road toll is ridiculous at the moment. It is no good. So you guys are the absolute key to that. And you're much people your age are going to listen to you rather than listen to old farts like Goss and I saying don't be silly because bad decisions can have the most horrible consequences. Let's talk the positives, mate. Let's talk your footy. We get a list of the blokes who come in the show. We get a list of their strengths and their improvements. Your strengths are strong, mate. It's clearance work, defensive pressure, explosive speed. There's a lot of similarities here. Leadership, power, scoreboard impact. There's some strengths, mate. There's some serious strengths to your game. What have you based yourself around to get to the level where you're at right now?
Yeah, so I had a big hip reconstruction started last year. So after I was in rehab for about 6 months last year. So after that, I knew what type of player I wanted to be and become. So I kind of watched the big, powerful inside mids last year and then, set up my pre-season all around that with my physio, Tex Perkins. So, Tex got me onto a good program, putting on weight, running and stuff. So, and then he knew I wanted to be a powerful inside mid as well. So, did base my whole pre-season around that and then, came into this year and then, from everything we tried to become, I think, did the best that year.
Reconstruction.
Yeah, so how does that...
about to have a replacement in 5 or 6 years, but...
Hayes has had a hip... Hayes has had a hip replacement. That's why he hasn't been in the studio. So, Paul Hazelby. So tell us a bit about how that came about. Was it just something was nagging or was it something through a football or sporting injury? Yeah,
so I was playing water polo probably every day and swimming every day and then going to footy training after that as well. So I just get a bit of soreness down the side of my groin. So, got onto Tex. He looked at it and then... we've got x-rays and scans and stuff. Then, my hip was pretty much like, it's just out of its socket like permanently. So, we saw my pelvis into 5 places.
Treading water stuff.
Egg beater. All the egg beater, So, wow. Saw my pelvis into 5 places and then, screwed it back down. So, it was pretty brutal, but...
Well, you've got that sorted and you certainly stepped up. You were captain because Bo Allen missed the start of the Carnival, the championships. You got the captaincy?
Yeah, yep. I was pretty stoked with that.
You were captain at Aquinas?
Vice captain.
Vice captain?
Yeah.
So tell me about getting the captaincy of the State 18s when Bowie's not around. Was that a shock? Was it something you took on board? Was it? What was your thought process there?
Yeah, so the first 2 practice games before we actually went away, Bowie was obviously playing the first games. He captained that, and then I was the vice captain with Austin Van der Stuyff and Jackson Douglas. So, and then Bowie went out after the first practice game. Then second one, JD actually captained it. So I was just like, I'll go away, JD will captain it. And then probably about the pre-game meeting, actually, they told me then that I was going to captain it. So, ran out pretty stoked. Pretty happy with myself as well.
Yeah, so you should.
Thought I got the boys up and about pretty well. So, that was good fun.
And you got a bit of the footy too in your 4 games there, averaging 21.
Yep.
Happy with your performance. Unlucky to not make All-Australian, but it's a pretty stacked midfield sort of lineup there. Great Carnival, great experience for you. What did you take out of it most?
Yeah, no, it was definitely, I think I played my best footy the whole year at the Carnival, which was good. Probably meant the most there. So, that was good. And I guess it was pretty surreal. Like at the time, you hear the top end names the whole last 2 years of it all. So just going up to compete against them, knowing you can hold your own against them, and if not, play as good. It's definitely an awesome experience.
You sound like, and we were talking off air about PSA footy compared to Colts footy and then state footy as well. You seem like someone that strives in an elite field. Like the better the footy is, the better you play, and the more you, I guess, have an impact. Is that fair? The harder the game is or the tougher the opponent is, the more you enjoy it?
Yeah, for sure. I enjoy it more in an environment that's obviously a better level. But then, I think I strive under that as well, play my best footy there.
Luke Urquhart is our guest. He's one of the many West Australians striving to be drafted next week. We're going to get a breakaway and come back. We're going to talk about the Combine. You went over as part of the Combine that went across to Victoria, what that process is like, who have you spoken to, who you barracked for, and our Scotty 6-pointer +1. Scotty 6-pointer +1.
Again, I say to all the boys, this is where the recruiters get there whether they want you or not, your answers to this 6-pointer, all right? So no pressure on you, but your whole career, saying you're not doing exams, your whole career here is depending on your answers to this. No pressure.
Before we go to the break, the family background in footy or sport, anything, Dad?
Footy and, mum's from up north, so...
Who did Dad play for?
He played a couple of Colts games at East Freo, but, he was pretty keen on the surfing, so he was just surfing.
Are you a surfer?
Yep. Yeah, do get in the water a fair bit.
Somehow that does not surprise me. He's got Jeremy Sharp written all over him right here. All righty, 7:14. Luke Urquhart is our guest at Aquinas College, East Fremantle, and fingers crossed, drafted next month into the AFL. We're continuing our countdown to the draft with some of our WA hopefuls. Luke Urquhart, East Fremantle midfielder, was in the state team, of course, to the championships, and also captain of Aquinas. Vice captain.
Get a good vibe about Luke, don't we? Get a good vibe.
We get a good vibe. Yeah. Got a great vibe about with Carl Gerine, Rocky's boy. Geez, a big unit. Handshake could be a bit harder. And Hamish Davis. Rightio. Well, you got big hands, mate.
I'm telling you, that's my one thing in life, mate.
Big hands, big handshake.
This is how I judge people straight away, is by a bloke's handshake. And,
hopefully tick the box.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you did.
I said I got a good vibe.
Strong.
I got a good vibe from you, mate.
You were strong. A couple of quick. Tell us a bit about the draft combine and about going across. One, were you fit? Did you do all of it? And your performances? I think you're pretty good in the 20-metre sprint.
Yep. So flew over on the Thursday morning. Then Thursday morning. Then had the first straight into it Friday morning, about 7 o'clock. We had to be at the G, so had brekkie up nice and early. I think it was like 5 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
Then, that day, Friday, we pretty much just had interviews and a bit of media. And then, ran a 2K that Arvo as well down at Collingwood, which is bloody windy as well. So, I ran well in that, came top 10 in the 2K and the 20-metre. So, was pretty stoked with that. And then, the Saturday was just all media and interviews. And then, finished that up, and then the Sunday was the rest of the testing.
Is there a ball anywhere to be seen? Does anyone kick a ball, handball a ball? Is it all physical, running and jumping? And
all interviews, running,
no footies,
jumping.
No, nothing.
Wasn't one footy around.
Well, I suppose they've seen enough, haven't they?
They've seen enough. I think the combine is an opportunity for them to meet the players again, get inside their heads a little bit. They've been watching you play every game. They've been watching your PSA Gold State game. They've seen everything they need to see. What's it like, mate, walking into rooms, meeting these clubs? Have you met them before, maybe during the year they've spoken to you, but when you walk in, I've got 20 minutes to impress these people?
Yeah, it's a bit intimidating, I guess, walking in, because you have your home interviews throughout the year, and there's probably max 3 or 4 of them at home, and then you walk into an interview at the Combine, there's about 10 of them, and then, there was always the talk saying they ask you weird questions at the Combine, but I actually didn't get any curly ones, but I played a board game with one of the clubs, which was interesting.
What?
Yeah, I played a board game.
What was the game?
So the sports psych had a deck of cards, and it was me and I can't remember if this was one of the recruiters or the list manager playing each other. And then we had about 5 cups each, all different colour, and she would whip out the card and then say let's just say it was a tree and it was blue, green, yellow, orange, black or something like that. You had to stack your cups in that order, then ring the bell, and then first one to ring the bell won. So
that's like the Amazing Race.
Yeah, it was good fun. But
how'd you go?
I just beat him 6-4.
That's not good for your future.
Well, that's stupid, mate.
Yeah. You shouldn't beat the recruiter, mate. Yeah. Don't embarrass the recruiter.
I lost the first 2. I was like, not letting this bloke beat me.
Well done. Who'd you play for growing up?
Freo family.
So where do you sit with it all? Would you prefer to stay here in Perth, or are you happy to go anywhere, even the western suburbs of Sydney?
Yeah.
It's always the one, isn't it? Western suburbs.
I reckon he's got Gold Coast written all over.
You'd look good on the Goldie too. Yeah, surfing, man.
No, you'd obviously, if you got a chance, you'd go anywhere. But I think there's positives to staying in Perth and then moving away as well. So obviously I'd love to stay in Perth, I guess, all your friends and family. But then I can moving away from home be pretty cool. You'd grow up a lot quicker, I reckon. And then, just imagine being in a big state with a bloody number 1 Collingwood or something like a massive team like that would be pretty awesome.
But you said off air, you've spoken to a number of clubs 3 times and twice. Do you get the vibe that the 3-time club players that have spoken to you are at the forefront, or do you feel like they were itching to get more from you, or was it just clarification? I'd love to know how they changed from first interview to second interview to third interview.
Yeah, so the clubs I've spoken with 2 or 3 times, they've all been pretty similar. Kind of by the time they got to about the 3rd interview, the clubs they walked into home and they're like, all right, Luke, we know everything about you, know everything about your footy. We just want to talk to your family. So they said that to me at the dining room table. So I pretty much just sat there, kept my mouth shut the whole time, which was pretty hard for me. But
hope the family don't stuff up.
Yeah, and I was just waiting for my brother to say something stupid. He's done that once before. But it was good. They're all good.
So is there a lot of clarification from the East Coast clubs, like there would be for the WA clubs with Victorian boys, about moving states? Do you feel like they're digging to find out whether you'd be comfortable being away from home for a minimum of 3 years?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I guess every club's pretty similar. They obviously, if you get picked up, they'll arrange it around you and your family. If it's living with a player or a host family, or even living by yourself. So, they're all pretty good about it. They're all similar. It's just what will suit you the best.
Do you have any idea? Have you got expectations of, let's say you do get drafted, where you think you'll be drafted? Because at the end of the day, look, it doesn't. I know it matters a little bit financially to start with, but it doesn't matter if you're top 10 or 62. You're on a list and you all start from scratch. But have you got any expectations of where you think you'll sit in the draft order? Where you hope to be?
Yeah, I guess you never know. Like, around the clubs that you think are the most keen could have picks in the second round or third round, but I guess it can change on the night. Depends where they rank you. So, yeah, you never know. And
worst case scenario, you don't get drafted. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely got to have a backup plan.
What is your backup plan? Can you share?
I think being a Sparky. So my brother's a Sparky. So yeah, I guess for me, I'd rather probably do a hands-on sort of job than sit behind a desk. So yeah, definitely.
But you play league footy. You'd go and play league footy.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely
for the Sharks.
keep having a crack trying to get picked up and play footy.
You'll get drafted, mate. Don't worry about that.
See what happens.
Hey, just a couple of other quick ones. Who was your first, if you recall, who was your first selfie with?
My first selfie?
When you're a kid growing up and you're loving footy, can you remember who your first selfie was with?
I think it was either with Pav or Fifey. Mum's got him on her phone now. She looked at him the other day. So
how old were you?
Oh, I don't know. Pretty young, maybe 4 or 5. So, yeah.
Greatest memory from footy?
Like growing up or?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. Probably. Oh, I remember when it used to be at Subi, all the games were at Subi, just walking over, and they had that oval next to the ground where everyone goes.
Park?
Yeah, so just going there every game, running amok before all the games, and then getting tired and probably falling asleep during the game. But no, that was always, I was always looking forward to that more than the game when I was younger.
Nice work by you. All righty, Scotty's got his 6-pointer, so you just answer these questions, and then there's a 7-pointer, which has caused great discussion amongst our
really
guests.
It decides whether we stay with you or we jump off ship, mate, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, other than footy, name your favourite sport and athlete.
I'd say water polo, so got a water polo background, and then athlete, I'll say water polo, Tom Hoad. So
yeah, Hoadie.
Hoadie. Yeah, so Hoadie.
Legend.
Yeah.
Because it's the Tom Hoad Cup.
Yeah, it's the Tom Hoad Cup down at Melville.
Exactly
so
right.
He's coached me in water polo since I was about 8 to about now. So
tough sport.
Yeah, definitely Hoadie.
Oh, great man.
You open your own restaurant. What's the one thing that has to be on the menu for you for them to line up out the door?
Restaurant. I'd go with a clean steakhouse, I reckon. A big steakhouse would be pretty cool.
Yeah. You can throw some ribs in as well.
Yeah, a bit of that.
Are you a well done, rare, medium, whatever?
Yeah, medium.
Yeah, what sort of sauce would you put on, if any?
I'd go the mushroom sauce.
Yeah, mushroom sauce.
I'd go that.
What is that?
Fungi all over your snake. Come on, are you a music man, like headphones on before a game? What song gets you up and about? Or are you a bit flat during the day and you go, I need a song to pump me up? Yeah,
I kind of stick to myself before the game, get a bit nervous and stuff, but then, once the speaker gets going, I'm up and about. So
what gets you? What's your go-to tune?
Oh, anything really. I know at State this year we had Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, and that, got us up a bit. So
Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Does he play for the Lakers?
No. You got traded to the Pistons. You idiot. Come on.
Sounds like a hoopster.
Tell us something we don't know about one of the other, say, draft hopefuls or the WA state team.
Do it.
All right.
Gets a few blokes and they start rattling through.
I'd have to go Rawsy, Big Max Raw from Claremont.
Yes.
When we went on camp this year, we were playing all sorts of activities and games because we got split into teams and stuff. And then one of the games was you had to put you had to face the roof and put an Oreo on your eye, and you got to try eat it. And somehow no one could do it, just kept falling off. And then Big Rawsy goes in, and he just goes whoop straight into his mouth. So yeah, he's talented with eating Oreos, that man.
Well, funny you talk about talent because we had Hamish Davis in this chair a couple of weeks ago, did we not? Have a listen. We asked him, is there something you can do? What's your secret talent? All right. Is that a question for...
Yeah, that's coming up. So we're going to ask you if you've got a secret talent. I know Driscoll was brilliant. Hamish Davis.
Well, this is what Aiden O'Driscoll could do this. Have a listen. So Aiden O'Driscoll could do this. The
beatbox.
The beatboxer. That's in the studio.
This is a surprise me, Drizzy, as well.
Yeah. And then Hamish Davis said, I can do something similar. And this is what he produced.
He's a mime artist. He's a mime artist. Oh,
There we go.
yeah.
What's he doing there?
Some with the hands clasped together and,
He's just going, whoop.
Yeah, that sort
not
of
good
thing.
at all.
Davis, that's not too good, mate.
No. You got any secret talents?
I made a pretty good seagull noise throughout the year.
Here we go. Stand by.
Are we going for it?
Yeah, we are.
Right, it's actually been struggling trying to do it lately, but
Sensational. Can we have that again? That was good.
no, I can't. There's actually a good story behind that as well.
Go ahead. Well, will you tell the story and we'll decide whether it's a good one or not?
So it was after we lost the Allies, so everyone's pretty down and out at training, and then me and Blake Kelly, one of the other boys in the academy, started making
Me and Kelso.
seagull noises, me and Kells, and then we're playing SA out in SA the next week. So and then before the game in the warm up, me and Kells started making seagull noises. Everyone was like, all right, and then next week the whole team's like doing it, and everyone's up and about, and then going to lines and stuff, and obviously I was in the centre bounce practicing some CBs before the game, and then obviously it was like hell loud when we were doing it down at Alberton, and the SA boys run out and they do their run around the square, and they start making like crow noises at us. And they were just like making bird noises back at us. So.
I've heard this story.
Yeah.
I've heard the seagull. So you were the seagull.
Yeah,
man.
that was me. So
Oh, nice work by you. All right, Lukey, here we go.
What makes you way more angry than it should? Seem pretty relaxed unit. I mean, is there something little that just ticks you off, and you just go, "Why am I so angry about that?"
I don't know. Definitely something my brother would do. Yeah, definitely Snake. He does something random at home and will just
How
piss
old?
me off. He's 2 years older than me, so he's 20 now. So
That time he moved out.
yeah, he's getting closer. I think Mum wants to get him out. Now.
Life would be better for you, wouldn't it?
Hey, leave him
Snakey,
alone.
get out.
Yeah.
Get out, Snake.
The last one we have, mate, is it's a new one that we've thrown up this year on the back of things that Goss and I think of they're sneaking into the game far too much, right? They're unworthy guards of honour and chairing off. What do you think the minimum requirements are for a chair off, for one?
Yep.
How many games you have to play for a chair off?
I'd say 200.
Good man. And for a guard of honour from the opposition, what's the minimum requirements for the opposition to come over and give you a guard of honour?
I reckon 350.
Hey, I like it.
350.
I like it. I told you, good vibes.
You got to earn the respect.
Yes.
For it. Yep.
350 retirement games record, like that type of
It's
stuff.
usually harder than me. I
That's
say
good.
300.
Yeah,
But,
I'm 250.
350.
I'm a bit softer, but
Well, more boys are going to get it these days now, so you got to lift
true.
it up, I reckon.
So it should be a rare occurrence.
Yeah, for sure.
draft this man. He has high standards.
He does.
Elite practices.
He's been good. The Gull, Luke Urquhart, has been in the studio. Hey, all the very best. We love everyone that comes into our studio. Hamish Davis, Carl Girine, you're the latest. Luke, congratulations on your work with the State 18s. Congratulations, of course, with winning that premiership with the title with the Elco Cup with Aquinas, and good luck in the draft next month. We'll be cheering for you, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
He's a good one. And a bit of Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. Scotty Goss, made in WA for WA. It's heading for a top of 32 degrees. Luke Urquhart.